Hey y'all, what's up? It's me. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hi, I'm Megan. And if you've been here before, well, welcome back. If you haven't already, go on and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload, and give this video a thumbs up. So today's video is going to be a video of like me trying out boxycharm items. I know for a while I stopped recording and I was like moving and school and all that, so I wasn't testing out my makeup or doing anything. I was still getting boxycharm, but I wasn't using the products as I was getting them. So now we're gonna play some catch up. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I have to test, but then this is basically like the rest of my face makeup. I have a couple primers I need to do, but we're gonna hit most of it today with a full face of like items I got in boxycharm. What I'm gonna start with is the Ola Henriksen, I think that's how you say his name, Ola Henriksen, and it's the Banana Bright Face Primer, and I've heard really good things about this, so we're gonna go on and try this as the primer. We'll see what we think. So it comes in, it looks like this. This is my first product from him, I think. Oh, it's just, okay. So it comes in like a little pump. My hands are clean. I washed them beforehand when I was getting my sponge ready. Okay, I hope I did not use too much. But it looks like this. Oh, that smells so, it smells so good. It reminds me a lot of just like a moisturizer, like not even like a face primer, which I really like. Like my skin feels very good putting this on. Sometimes putting on primers, your skin gets like, I don't know, like overly tacky. Like the Milk Hydro Grip, I love, like that's the perfect amount of tackiness. But then like some that I've tried, it's just like, no, not it. And so this one, it feels really nice. I feel really hydrated. I'm just trying to push it in to all the spots where I want it. So my skin does look good. It does look like brightened, awakened. Nothing like too extremely like wow noticeable, but I noticed it because I was just looking in the mirror at my face for like 30 minutes before this. Just looking at like my brows, getting those ready, all that. So I like it so far. I really like the way it makes my skin feel, like how soft it is. So we will continue on and see what else we are going to be using today. So they have sent a 4-in-1, it's pure 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer. And then there's a Born This Way super coverage concealer. Now these products typically wouldn't go together. You wouldn't go like super lightweight and then super coverage, but we're gonna try it anyways and see what we think. I don't know how well these shades will match me. They probably still will match me. I've been tanning, and I'd like to think I'm tanner, but I don't think I really am. So I want these to not match, but they're probably gonna match. So we'll go on and try the 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer. The shade that I have is LN2, which I'm going to assume means light neutral 2. And there is SPF 20 in this. I'm gonna use a sponge. We're gonna see how this one's seen better days. It's cracking, but I love these Real Technique brush sponges so much. They're so soft, and they're just probably my favorite ones. I do have an actual beauty blender that I still need to test out to compare it to the Real Techniques to see if I like it any better or not. We'll get there. We have lots of stuff to film. Okay, so it's not as runny as I figured. I have a tinted like face oil, and that is very runny that I've been testing out. This one is a moisturizer, so it does hold its shape a little bit better than the oil one does. Obviously the name, but we'll see how this applies. I probably should use my hands for this since it is a moisturizer, but I really like this. I actually really like this. Coverage wise, I wish it was just a little bit more, teeny tiny, but that's just also because I'm not used to like light coverage. The shade was a little light because it's a moisturizer, it kind of, you can't really tell. It's a little easier to fudge the, what's the word? To fudge the wrong shade for you into being the right shade for you. But this is pretty good. Don't pay attention to that mountain. Yeah, I don't know if it's the moisturizer or if it's the primer or if it's like the combination of both, but my skin looks so glowy and so good. I am very, very impressed. Like, I've been slacking on my skincare and my collagen powder that I've been taking just because I don't want to reorder it. I need to order it. I've been trying the I think it's called Vital Proteins collagen powder, and I love it. And it made my skin so good. It made like breakouts, everything disappear. My skin was really, really good, but I've stopped taking it as often as I was because I'm running out, and just ordering more is a hassle for me. I need to set it up for an automatic like send because they have that option on Amazon, because I really like it. And if you guys haven't tried it, it's really awesome. My nails are better. Like, I just feel overall better. But my skin, it looks good. There's no like dry spots that it's clinging to like it normally would, but because it's a moisturizer, I think that's really helping. But that with the primer, my skin just looks so good. It looks really, really good. Really good. So far we have wins, and I'm not complaining about what we've had so far. Next, we're gonna go into the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It's in the shade Shortbread. And I feel like this might be too dark for me, especially because my like base that I went in with was a little bit lighter, but I don't have a lightweight concealer to test out. So we're gonna make do with this. Oh my gosh, there's no way. Oh my gosh, no way, but we're gonna do it. Oh, it's so yellow. We're not gonna use that much, just to get the point across that we tried it. Oh my gosh. Not the right shade. My under eyes are very yellow right now. Not the right shade at all. But I think if this was my shade, depending on how it wears after a while, but if this was my right shade, this might be my new go-to concealer. My under eyes look so hydrated. And I don't know, maybe it is really just that primer that we use that's like making my skin look magical, but my skin just looks really, really healthy today. Ugh, that's really nice coverage. It looks like it's gonna be buildable because it's not, it says super coverage, but I'm not seeing super coverage here. So I'm assuming it's buildable. But wow, my under eyes look good today. So that's a win as well. This is going pretty quick. So what we have next is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. And it is in shade Butter. And I'm gonna be using this to kind of like lightly dust all over my face, my under eyes, just to get it, you know, set down. I know we just went in with like a light moisturizer, so I don't really need a heavy set today. There's no reason for that. So this came out of the package as well. It looks like it's like a little cap you put on your powder so it doesn't spill everywhere. So that's really cute. This is a component. This is like, I think almost everything of hers is in this like, what is this shape? Octagon? I don't even know because it's like main and then little and then big one, and then little. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, an octagon. So let's get this open. So I'm gonna be going in with this powder brush. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH01 brush. It's huge, it's fluffy. This is what I like to put on for powder days when I want like a light dusting, or this is the brush I like to use when I'm doing like a light powder, because it's so, the bristles are like so dispersed that it doesn't like pack it on. So I love the smell of it. It's not like hit you in the face crazy smell, but it's a very light like frosting smell, and it's really nice. If you don't like smells, you might not like it, but honestly it's not very strong, so I don't know. It kind of just depends on your like sensitivity. Is there like shimmer in this? So it looks like there might be like a slight shimmer to it, but like not noticeable shimmer, but like when I'm looking up close at it, I can see little like sparkle, but not like glitter sparkle. But it's making, like, it's helping my skin look super good as well as all these products so far have. I'm not disappointed in this powder. So I haven't been sent a new setting mist to try. I haven't received any recently from BoxyCharm or what I've bought. So I'm just gonna use an old, not old, but like one I already have that is from BoxyCharm. And I'm just gonna use the Power Up In Beauty, this one. So now we are going to be going in with the Real Her Definer Brow Pencil, and it says, I am inspiring, and the shade, does it have a shade? It says it's waterproof. I am not seeing a shade on this. So are they thinking it's like one shade fits all? Because I can guarantee you not one shade fits all. Okay, so it's a little twisty roll up, kind of like, is it the Brow Wiz? Anastasia Brow Wiz, or like my, what are they? I think it's NYX. Yeah, my NYX brow ones that are really tiny and fine like this. So let me go on and do my brows. Yeah, there's no way this shade would work on like blonde brows. Like, that is the color you're supposed to be using on your barely there blonde brows. No, sorry, no. And they said to get a darker color, press harder, but even if you're pressing super lightly on this, I don't think it's gonna work. But you know, who knows, maybe there are shade names and mine just didn't have it on there. I would hope they were not trying to pass this off as a one shade fits all, because that is not a thing. Okay, so it's not bad. I mean, it's probably not going to be my like go-to brow product, but it's definitely not the worst. It is super soft, so it was kind of easy to make like mistakes, but also at the same time I wasn't like dragging at my brow. So I don't know, it's kind of like in the middle. It's not the worst, but it's not my favorite brow product I've used. Color wise, it's my color. I don't see a shade on it, so I don't know if this is like one shade fits all or not. I'm just saying that from what I've seen without a shade name, that's what I'm assuming it is. It was easy to get it to go through the hairs and make small bristles, but because it was so soft, it was a little messier than what I'm used to. But the color, it worked for my brows. It looks good. It looks like it's almost gonna be so soft that it's not gonna like set in place. So it's something that you would probably need a brow gel for, to like really lock them in. But I want to try it without any brow gel just to give it a chance on its own, if that makes sense. Next, we're going to be going in with blush, bronzer, and highlight. And for those, I am going to be going in with these two palettes. One of them is the Kenya Ontiveros Beauty Blush and Shine Kit. And I love like the little snakeskin look of its little palette. But then here is what the colors look like. The top row is all highlights, and then this is blushes. And then this is from True and Luscious. It's the Lucky Glow Bronze and Highlight Palette. And it looks like this. And then it has a very decent sized mirror in it. And then here are its shades. So we will see, it looks like there is even a blush in here as well. So we will see what we can do with this. I think, so like normal, I'm gonna go in with bronzer first. The bronzer I think I'm gonna go in with is this one right here. It's called Good Fortune. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer brush. I'm gonna clean it off real quick. Let's see how this applies. It went on slightly orangey at first, but now that I'm blending it out, it's not as bad. I did go in a little heavy on this side, as you can see. I tapped it off, but not enough, so it still had a lot of product that went in, and then I had to like try and disperse it, and it didn't want to. But this side here, I went in with less product, and it looks really, really good. Ooh, brush here. And I kind of just put it in all my normal spots, and it looks really good, other than this cheek being a little dark, but it looks good. I do like that shade. I just have to be very careful with it since I am on the paler side. So now we'll go on with a blush. And since I have this cute little like pinky number on today, I want to go in with like a pinky blush, and I might really regret it, but I'm going to. And I'm gonna go in with this one, and this is from the Kenya Ontiveros Beauty Palette, and I think I'm actually gonna mix in with Gemini and Lazaola, the pink and like that orangey color. That way it's not too terribly pink, and there's no mirror in that one. So let me see. That's pretty. That is really pretty. It's so pretty. I really do like this palette. I think it's very handy, and you can mix and match shades to get what you want, and I like that about it. So good. So now we'll go in with highlight, my favorite part. Let's see, which one do I want? So I know that these two right here are gonna be too dark for me. So the only one I would be able to use is this like pinky shade one in lights. And then in this one, there is like a champagne-y one in the middle right here, and it is called Heaven Sent. So I think I'm gonna go in with that one. That is beautiful. Ooh. Like guys, when I'm doing my I'm barely putting my brush in here. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh. We are having a good makeup day. Now, if my concealer was the right shade, that would have been even better. But the concealer itself is amazing. Needs a different shade for me. But otherwise, everything's again going good. I don't have any complaints so far, other than I need to know if this is a all shades kind of shade, because like this isn't gonna be for blondes. So I need to know if that's what this is. So I'm gonna be going in with my eyes now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going in with this, oh, I have hair. There it is. And it's called, I'm gonna be going in with some new eye brushes from Crown. It's called the All Eyes on You 5-piece Luxe Brush Set. And the box came like this, and it's 5-piece. Here is what the brushes look like. They feel nice. They do. And they have like a little tapered, like slanted end like that. And the eyeshadow we're gonna be going in with is the Viseart. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced, but it's a professional makeup. It has 12 shadows, and this is the Neutral Mattes palette. So here is what the palette looks like. It comes in like this acrylic kind of component, but then here are the shadows. I think it's really pretty, and I like this like blue because it looks random, but it would be so pretty with these other shades. Like, I don't know, I just feel this is a very beautiful palette. So it could have been the colors that I chose, but it kind of looks like they all just blended together into that dark red shade. Like you can see, in person at least, that the corner where I put the reddish shade is darker, but it just looks like it's all blended together, like they blended too much. So I think I just used colors that were too similar. I like the formula of them. They were easy to blend and they look really good. They're not like super dusty or dry. So I do like those. So I haven't gotten any new mascaras or new eyeliners or anything like that. So I'm gonna go off camera and do my lashes, liner, and fake lashes, and then I'll be back on to finish the rest of my lips, and then the look will be complete. So I will be back. I went on and put on a really like thin, light pair of lashes. These are the Classic Charm from Eyelure with Vegas Nay. But these are very light. I like them because they have a nice curl to them, but they still look natural. And then I didn't go in with like a waterline eyeliner. I'm just letting it be because we did that really smoky brown. I did go in with an eyeliner, because not an eyeliner, a lip liner, because I don't have any lip liners to try, but I do have some new lip products, so we're gonna be going in with those now. So the first product I'm going in with the Mademoiselle Plush Matte Lipstick from Fenty Beauty in the shade Single, which is a brown. It looks like this. So let's see. Is it just me, or is everything just super orange today? Like, does that look super orangey nude to you? Like, it's a pretty color. It's just not the color I was expecting, even though it matches spot on. I don't know, I was just expecting more of a nudie nude. Like, my skin tone nude. It's very soft and very comfortable on the lips, so this is very comfortable. And then I also have a lip gloss from Persona Beauty. It is in the shade Honey. This is what the applicator wand looks like. It's just a flat paddle. There is some sparkle in it. So let's see. I don't know how I feel about it. I might like it if it was on its own, because it is like pigmented enough to be on its own, I think, but it just makes my lips feel very thick and heavy, if that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna blot it off some. Yeah, that was just a lot of product. And I didn't even put that much on. It just felt like a lot, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that. That's that. There's no other products for me to try for this video. So I do like the products. I really actually like all of the face products that I tried. The gloss was a little heavy for me. Yeah, it was a little heavy. I like the shade of it, and I like the eyeshadows. I just wasn't able to get like a very it all just kind of turned into one color. At least that's what it looks like to me. but I really like the skin products that I used today. I'd be very interested to see what the moisturizer looks like on its own, like no powder, no bronzer, just like as a moisturizer in itself, maybe with like a light highlighter on it, just to see what that would look like. But I do really like this look. Definitely going to be incorporating some of these products into my everyday look. So let me know down below what you think of these products. Have you tried them? Did you like them? Did you not? Do you have different shades? Like, let me know. Let's talk. Let's hang out down in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you. But yeah, here is the final look. I'm happy with it. I really am. And I do like the that dark brown that we use for like the liner. I really like that shade. I think that shade in particular is like really golden. Really love it. But yeah, I hope you all are having a great day, a great night, wherever you are when you are watching this. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? And I will see you in my next video. Bye.